And that right there is the moment we've all been waiting for. That is the set that all Lego Marvel fans have been on the lookout for, and it's finally here. What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, I have got some spicy news. If you can't handle the spice, get out of the kitchen, because today we are cooking up a storm. We have got some insane info being dropped for Lego, Marvel, MCU. If you like any or all of those things, trust me, you want to go on ahead and stick around for this entire video. Now, of course, don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the video, smash that thumbs up button. That would be very much appreciated. You guys are absolute legends with all your support. Don't forget, you can also subscribe and turn on your notifications. Those are all absolutely free ways to support the channel. Thank you guys so very much for your help. Now, with that in mind, and there it is. That's the set right there. Today, as you're watching this, officially announced Lego Marvel collectible minifigure set number 71031. It is now official. It's been long rumored that we were gonna get a Lego Marvel set. Honestly, I thought it would never happen, but the one thing that I was certain would never happen was the fact that it would be based on the MCU. I was certain that if they ever did something like this, it would actually be based on the comic books. Because if we look at the stuff that they've done with DC, it's always been based on the comic book side of things. They've done a series for Lego Batman. They've done a series, or two series actually, for the Lego Batman movie. But we've never gotten anything like this for Marvel. So let's run through all the details and all the characters. So first and foremost, we have the packaging. This is the blind bags that you will be hunting down, that you will get your binoculars, and then you do that creepy thing in the store where you're just holding a bag, ruffling through it, trying to feel the different parts and pieces, figuring out like, okay, nope, that's Scarlet Witch. I already got that. Put that down next. And you do that thing, you know, where you feel super duper awkward, but you're still trying to figure out a specific identifying factor about that character. That's the bags that you're going to be looking for. Looks similar in color to the ones that they use for Harry Potter. Other than that, pretty cool packaging. I like that it actually says Marvel Studios on the front. I think that's pretty cool. The vast majority of the figures in this particular set, in fact, I think it might be all the figures in this set, are actually going to be based on the Disney Plus shows that we just got over the course of the last year or so, give or take. And here you have the entire set all together, laid out quite nicely to give you a good summary of everything that comes with each of the figures. And by the way, before we even get to that, I'm sure that those of you who are paying attention and have that astute vision, you might have picked up on the fact that this is a smaller than usual set with only 12 characters. Some people are complaining about this already. To be fair, people are always going to be complaining about something. I personally think it's actually a good thing, because I think that this is how they can avoid having any filler in this particular set, because oftentimes what happens is that people will go on ahead and say, oh, let's get 20 characters. And then when we do, or when we get 18 characters in one of these waves, people are like, yeah, but these 4 characters are so unknown. Why would they even include them? So to me, I think this is a great solution to that problem. Everybody who's here is important to the Marvel Disney Plus universe, or for the most part, they are. Obviously, as at the time of this announcement and at the time of me recording this, we have not seen What If yet, so we don't know how some of these What If designs, or if they actually will play out into the future of the Marvel Cinematic / animated universe. But regardless, I think that this is a pretty strong wave. Let's run through each one of the categories. And so here we have first up, representing Wandavision, a trifecta of White Vision, Scarlet Witch in her full epic new costume. We're looking really cool. And the biggest surprise to me personally, I honestly thought they would have gone maybe with Agnes, but we actually get Monica Rambeau, and she's actually got her kind of photon attire that we see at the end of the show, which is super duper cool. The accessories themselves are pretty neat as well. You get this little computer device with Vision, which, by the way, that Vision minifigure looks incredible. Look at the attention to detail on the costume. The print work across looks super duper cool. Wanda comes along with the effect parts for her spells, looking very cool. I love how they actually incorporated the mask with the hair. It looks really nice. And last but certainly not least, Monica Rambeau does come along with that really epic looking colored helicopter that was from I think that was episode 1 or 2, somewhere in there. Next up, we have Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I gotta say, that right there might be the single best minifigure that they have ever done in one of these collectible minifigure waves. Because good googly moogly, look at the amount of parts and attention to detail that we get with the new Captain America. My one tiny bit of a concern with that particular figure is that it does look like the wings are actually going to be stickered. Maybe they won't be. Maybe they will be printed on, which would be phenomenal, but I think they will be stickers. And I am a little worried about how will they go on ahead and fit the stickers into those little bags without them all getting crumpled up and like unglued. So that will be interesting to see. I also do imagine that this figure will be really easy to find inside the bags, just based on the fact that it will come with an insane amount of parts to put together that what looks like quite a complex design for the wings. Aside from that, they nailed it. That looks identical to the show. The one thing that I am kind of spotting though is, did his shield was the shield black on the inside? Because it looks like the rim of the shield there is actually black, which is kind of different because I don't remember that being the case in the actual show. I thought it was like silver sort of like on the inside, or I guess vibranium on the inside. So let me know if you guys remember that. Other than that though, zero criticisms there. As far as the Bucky design, looks incredible as well. He's got that Wakandan arm equipped, ready to rock and roll. He comes along with 2 knives and his own Captain America shield as well. Again, they've knocked that design out of the park before, so we've been there, done that. This is yet another great addition to your collection, but that right there is an absolute must-have if you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe, whatever it might be. That is a sick-looking figure. Next up, representing the most recent show to have ended, is Loki on Disney Plus, and I gotta say, this is a pretty wonderful addition of both Sylvie and Loki himself, of course. Loki's coming along in the TVA attire, probably the most toned down design from the entire lineup here, but it is accurate. I do think that that's actually a new hairpiece that they've never used before, so I think that that's kind of cool. And of course, the coolest accessory is the fact that he comes with a little Throg. That's insane. That's a must-have for any Thor fan. And speaking of Thor fans, you do also, of course, get Sylvie, a variant to Loki. Comes along with, once again, similarly to Wanda, where she has the mask built into the face piece. It looks like Sylvie will have that horn mask that she wears also built into the hair piece, so I think that that's pretty cool. And look at that little guy right there, Alligator Loki. Do I really need to say anything else? Aside from the fact that he's missing the little horns, which would have been kind of a cool detail. Maybe somebody could come up with a way to equip it to that little stud there. But yeah, other than that, I mean, Alligator Loki, how could you say no to that? And we wrap things up with the show most soon to be released. That is, of course, Marvel's What If. At the time of the announcement of this particular wave of minifigures, we actually have not seen the show yet, so we'll see how these characters get showcased in animation form for the very first time in the MCU, so looking forward to that. But we're gonna go through the entire lineup. This is the show that is actually getting the most attention in this particular wave, because we get 5 different minifigures, which is pretty cool to see. So we're gonna kick things off with the furthest one on the left, your left. That would be, of course, T'Challa Star-Lord. Yes, what if T'Challa was raised by the Ravagers and he grows up to become Star-Lord? I think that that's a pretty cool premise, and that's a pretty cool minifigure. I love that they actually do include the helmeted look as well, so that's very, very cool attention to detail. By the way, also, is that another new hairpiece? Because I don't think I've ever seen that on any of the minifigures, so I think that that's pretty cool as well. Speaking of new hairpieces, we move one over as we discuss what if Peggy Carter had actually become Agent Carter, or more importantly, Captain Carter. So basically, Captain America, Agent Carter, you get one fuse of the characters and you end up with Agent Carter. Pretty cool design. Again, I think that's a new hairstyle. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Really cool accessories, really cool new shield, cool costume. Definitely happy to see that one showcase. I'm gonna save the one that I'm most stoked for last. So let's move on to Gamora with the Blades of Thanos. This is the one that feels most out of place with these what if designs, because all of the other 4 are unique new takes. I guess we just don't have a lot of details about what will that Gamora do in the show. Maybe once we've seen the show, this design will stand out a lot more important. But this almost looks to me like something that I could see Gamora wearing in like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or something like that. It doesn't look like that unique of a look, although I guess it is kind of cool to see Gamora with the blades of Thanos, as though I guess she's working side by side with Thanos instead of trying to stop him. Then we move on to the one and only the caped Spider-Man, looking very, very, very cool, known as the zombie hunter Spider-Man, looking very neat. You've got a pretty much similar-ish look for the print to his kind of MCU costume, although the print on the spider logo is completely different. He will come along with 2 different heads, so you can have him be either Peter Parker or Spider-Man. And then you have that epic looking kind of Doctor Strange cape, and he will also have a webbing accessory. So that's one of the things that I'm really liking about these, is that they really feel like a premium wave of figures. Like, we're getting a lot of really cool little elements with each figure. You're not just getting like a bare bones design, you're getting accessories, multiple different ways of displaying the character. So if you do end up with duplicates, like let's say you got 2 of those T'Challas, well, guess what? You can go on ahead and display one as T'Challa and the other one as the Star-Lord helmet. So I think that that's really, really cool. It gives you a little bit more play value. And last, but certainly not least, we have Zombie Captain America. I mean, that is an incredible figure. We saw Zombie Iron Man will be appearing in that episode as well. It would be so sick though to actually get that Zombie Iron Man. Who knows if this minifigure wave sells well, which honestly, you guys just saw the entire wave. How could it not? I think that there's a chance that we will get that Zombie Iron Man in maybe like a wave 2 or something like that. That would be spectacular. But regardless, I love that they captured the animation look with that kind of bluish hue for the skin tone, a really terrifying face print. I can't quite tell if the mask or the helmet is particularly scarred up. Like, you can see that the letter A is got like a scratch going through it, but it'll be interesting to see maybe if on the other side of the figurine, maybe the actual mask is like torn away or something. That would be quite cool. And then of course you've got that kind of weathered look for the entire costume, as well as the iconic shield. And so there you have it. That is the entire showcase. That's all that you need to know for this particular wave of minifigures. The one question that I know people are going to ask, when can I buy this and where can I buy this? Well, obviously these will probably be selling everywhere that you usually would find Lego minifigures. So that could literally be at your own like local like retail stores like Walmart's, Kmart's, Target's, whatever type of retail store you might have available around you. You'll be able to buy them there. But oftentimes I've even seen like Lego minifigures at literally like grocery stores on the checkout aisle. So these will probably be abundantly available everywhere. As far as a release date, we don't have a specific date yet on when these are going to be dropping. And keep in mind that even if we do get a release date, most of the time what happens is that stores will tend to actually get these a month or 2 early and start selling them. So you will probably see them trickle out within the next month or 2 to stores. Looks really cool. Super duper stoked. Cannot wait to get my hands on this entire set. Let me know, what is your favorite minifigure from this lineup? What is the show that you think got the best set of figures? Let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and if you guys would like to support the channel beyond that, you can go on ahead and grab some Blitzwinger merch, as well as become a member of the channel. Thanks all for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.